Hello Assassins, this is the Assassin Lord from The Ones Who Came Before, and welcome. 2 weeks time ago now, almost 6 months after original release, Assassin's Creed Shadows' long-awaited story expansion, Claws of Awaji, was finally released. Most of our team having put a good amount of hours into it now, these are our initial thoughts on the long-awaited DLC. This review by default is spoiler-free, but if you have yet to play the game for yourself, depending on how much you want given away, we advise you to watch at your own risk. Now, let's dive into it. Claws of Awaji's story starts right after the ending of the main game. You will need to complete a certain quest first, before being able to travel to Awaji Island. After avenging her father, Nawe learns that Tsuyu is alive. Tracking rumors of a hidden blade-wielding shinobi, she journeys to Awaji in search of her mother. With his vengeance complete, Yasuke also travels to Awaji to honor his vow. The main focus of the story is finding the third regalia and defeating the Sanzoku Ippa, the new enemy faction. There are 4 individual targets from this faction, and each has a good backstory, and also have unique capabilities different from the others. Each boss also offers a unique challenge. You can't use the same techniques on each member, and you will have to use different techniques to defeat them. There are 4 major narrative arcs in Claws of Awaji. While there is a strong core story in the game, many of the objectives, quests, and opportunities can be tackled in a non-linear fashion. You can tackle the main targets in pretty much any order you want, and through your exploration, you will discover new opportunities and challenges across the island. Each arc contains 2 to 3 hours of content, with the whole DLC adding up to more than 10 hours of gameplay. Plenty to keep the player entertained and coming back for a good while. The atmosphere of the new location, Awaji Island, is very cozy yet dark. The forests are dense, with very few areas where sunlight properly breaks through. The weather shifts between calm, foggy, stormy, and rainy conditions. This DLC was created by the same studio that developed the Wrath of the Druids DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they wanted to give it their own touch by designing this unique, eerie environment. You will often notice movement in the grass and trees as the island is full of traps and ambushes by shinobis and other enemies. You can't freely travel like in the main game, and you have to be careful every time you explore the island. When using scouts to uncover an area of your map, you'll notice some red zones. In those areas, you'll face the highest number of shinobi ambushes. There are a number of locations across the island to be found and explored, from castles, villages, temples, and shrines. The game's combat system has been significantly improved for the DLC, especially with the new bow weapon for Nawe. The animations with this weapon are amazing, and there's even a tutorial mission for it. The bow is a versatile multi-range weapon. It focuses on controlling opponents via pushbacks, knockdowns, and other similar effects, rather than inflicting raw damage. This weapon has its own mastery tree with new abilities in 3 stances: Wind Step, Grab and Throw, and Flurry of Blows. The bow weapon is free for all players, even to those who don't own the DLC. However, the legendary bow staff is only available through this new expansion. There are also gear vendors across the map who sell a variety of bow weapons. The DLC also introduces new abilities for Yasuke. There are 5 different abilities connected to his weapons: Hurricane Stance, which is a Naginata ability, Kanabo Throw, Wind Burst, and Spread Shot for the bow, as well as the Tezutsu Burst for the Teppo, all of which deal pretty good damage and have awesome animations. The expansion comes with its share of improvements from the main game, but naturally also with its share of flaws, be they major or minor. Starting with the positives, when looting a legendary chest, you first have to find clues and notes in the open world and from NPCs to open it, compared to the main game where you can just open the chest directly. This encourages players to explore more areas and interact with different NPCs, and provides an extra challenge, and is perhaps somewhat similar to the Cryptogramma chests from Far Cry 6, where you have to find 2 keys in the area to unlock the chest, and keep your eyes peeled for directions as to where they might be hidden. Side activities also return in the DLC. While many ultimately are the same, some have been improved and redesigned, especially the hidden trails and Sumi paintings. There are, as said, also a number of things in the DLC that could have been improved upon. The Awaji map isn't fully open world, there being unclimbable mountains and large trees that block your path while exploring. Additionally, the level cap being raised to 100 is a questionable decision. It was recently raised from 60 to 80 for New Game Plus, but even after completing that, you won't easily reach level 80. Still needing to do lots of contracts and other activities, Many players still haven't reached level 80, and perhaps it should have been increased to just 85, or at the very most 90. Raising it to 100 can easily make the game feel like too much of a grind, forcing players to do more New Game Plus runs or complete many contracts daily just to reach level 100. All in all, the Claws of Awaji expansion for Assassin's Creed Shadows is super decent. Ubisoft Bordeaux really put in a lot of effort to make this story DLC stand out. It doesn't feel like a simple forced expansion of the main story for the sake of it. Instead, it's designed in a unique way to give players a different experience from the main game, offering new enemies and providing a fun new challenge for the player that requires thought, strategy, and precision if to be executed smoothly, offering a number of new hours of gameplay. Our overall rating for the Claws of Awaji DLC would land at 8.5 out of 10. Have you had the chance to play the DLC yet? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Be sure to let us know in the comments and let's get the discussion going. Make sure to also like, subscribe, and follow The Ones Who Came Before, one of the leading AC fan communities, on our socials for more content on everything Assassin's Creed. With that, I'm the Assassin Lord from The Ones Who Came Before. Stay safe and active, Assassins. Till next time.